Dinnie, and good evening, everyone, and welcome to Dinnie in Virginia. I'm your host, Dinnie, here in Virginia. Where in Virginia, might ask? Well, of course, it doesn't matter. I'm in Virginia. Welcome to yet another Awkkie Talkkie with Dinnie in Virginia. So I'm here talking to you today, guys. Let me put you down. Let me put you down. Let me slow it down and put you down. Okay, so welcome to yet another episode of Awkkie Talkkie with Dinnie in Virginia. I don't know if you noticed that I sound a little stuffy today, and that is because I, as you can tell by the title, just came back from a trip from the land of Dunkin, and apparently I'm allergic to everywhere that is not VA. So I'm learning that I think this past trip has solidified that I was put exactly where I needed to be put because man, oh man, this is not the first time it has happened. So I went up to the land of Dunkin, for those of you who do not know, is Massachusetts here in the United States. And I went up there for a family emergency. So we took a trip up there, and I was super happy because it was technically the place of my birth, so I want to see the place and see what it was like, or rather how it changed since I was born there. And now I know why God moved me. I know why God put it in my parents' mind to be like, you know what, we should go. We should go to Virginia, where we have no family, and just start everything there. And I was like, you know what, God, you were right. I was meant to be here. I needed to be here because, man, oh man, I was fine for the whole trip for the most part, except for the day that we left. I was just, as time went on, the more we drove, the more I was like, I am not feeling the best. And it's not just because I'm cold. So apparently, Dinnie in Virginia is allergic to everywhere besides Virginia now. I don't know when this started. I don't know exactly when was the point in my life personally, in Dinnie and Virginia's life, when I became allergic to everywhere that's outside of my state. But this might just be my life now. I might just have to live with having to take, maybe I have to get allergy pills or something when I go outside of Virginia. I don't know. So it's not literally allergic, but it's like I either come down with something. I either come down with something, maybe I have a horrible time, I'm an emotional wreck, or I'm spiritually compromised, or what else has happened? I just hate it. I just have a horrible time. I just hate it. So it's like, it's not that I'm literally allergic to places that are outside of Virginia. It's just that over the past few years, I find that a lot of times when I leave VA for like more than a day, something happens and I just either get sick, I come down with something, I have a horrible time, I'm super extra emotional, and I get emotionally wrecked, I get spiritually compromised, and it's just like, it's not a good time. And then I come back home to VA, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, better. Oh my gosh, everything is so cool. I love it. I love life. I love everything. I've documented this one other time when I went to Florida for a conference where you could literally see my live Dinnie and Virginie's. My voice was jacked up. I was like sick, and I was like, what happened? I hate Florida. I need to go back home. And like, I felt so crappy. My voice was jacked up. I lost it for the most part. I still did my daily Dinnie and Virginia's. It was just funny going back to watch when I went to Florida to visit for a conference, and my entire body said, no, you do not belong here. Get out of this state. Go back home. And it was fighting me the whole time I was there for this conference. And I was like, I just want to learn business. Why are you doing this to me, body? But since day one of getting to Florida, my whole body shut down, and I documented it as via live Dinnie and Virginia's. And man, oh man, you can hear the downfall and the progressively getting a little bit better the closer I get to Virginia when the trip was done. And so this past weekend, the same thing happened with Massachusetts, where I was like, I was fine leaving, perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. I go up there, spend a few days, come back down, and what is this mess that I leave with? I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this parting gift. This is the crappiest souvenir I've ever gotten. So yeah, so I don't know if you can tell how congested I am right now, but I am thankfully I am back in Virginia, and so it's only a matter of time before I get back to my happy chipper self. Now, at least emotionally, I feel a lot better. Yesterday was a bit of a roller coaster, but emotionally today I feel a lot better. I'm still not physically back to being 100%, but yeah, I'm just allergic to areas that's not VA. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this, where you've lived somewhere for so long that it's like the second you remove yourself from that location, it's like your body is just like, no, go back. Or maybe you just love a certain place so much that's like when you're not there or in around that area, it's just like things just start to go downhill and you're like, why is this happening? Everyone else is having a grand time in Florida, having a grand time in Japan, having the best time of their lives in China, going around the world, having the best times of their lives. And then I do the same thing, and I immediately get ran over with a cold or something like that. Or emotionally, something happens that just breaks me down and I cry in a corner somewhere. I cry in a hotel or a hostel or something. Or I go on a road trip and the whole situation just spirals into just bad poopy energy amongst everyone involved. And I'm just like, this never happened in VA. So clearly, I was meant to be Dinnie and Virginnie and nowhere else, because man, oh man, the likelihood of stuff like that happening in VA is just like drastically reduced. And even if it happens, it just doesn't feel as bad when I'm home, because I'm home. So it's like, even if I feel poopy, I can just go to bed. If I feel poopy, I can talk to my friends and family, okay, and they can cheer me up. But it's like, if I'm like in another country or another state, I'm just like, I'm by myself. Even if I'm with family, it's like, I'm not with the family that I'm always with. I'm not with the friends that I'm always with. And so it's just, I'm allergic to places outside of VA. I did not know this about myself. So I'm just reaffirming to myself that I'm not going to place that over my life, okay? Because there is life and death in the tongue. So I'm not going to place that over my life. But I will say I've noticed a pattern of me not having the best of times in places where other people are having the best of times. Everybody wants to retire in Florida. I'm going to tell you, not me. Not me. No matter how old I get, I will not be retiring in Florida. I'm going to tell you that right now. Shoot, come down and be sick every day of my retirement? I don't think so. Not me. Not Dinnie and Virginie. I will be retiring here, okay? Because, my gosh, I don't know what it is. But yeah, I just want to do a little ranty rant of like my experiences of traveling outside of Virginia. And it's the contrast between literally the lovely daycation that I had in Williamsburg, where everything was just like so shiny, the weather was beautiful, company was great, people were so nice, everything was bright and happy and wonderful. And then I take a trip out of the state, and I'm just like, I'm in a bad mood. I catch a cold or get under the weather. Spiritually, I'm not where I need to be. It's just weird. It's a weird life situation. So let me know if anybody else not suffers, but like has experienced this, where they've lived somewhere and it's like they're so attached to that one place that the second they remove themselves from that place, apparently everything just explodes, either um like emotionally, spiritually, physically, stuff, it just explodes all over the place because you're not like where, home is where the heart is. My heart is in VA. We'll say it like that. My heart is in VA. And so when you remove the heart from its home, it becomes sad. And I guess it likes to express that via the rest of my body being either depressed or sick. And I really don't like that happens to me. But it is what it is. I'll get over it. It's not like I'm only going to live, or I'm only going to be in Virginia for the rest of my life because of it. No, that's just stupid. I'll just deal with it if it comes up again. But if it does come up again in a different location, I am just telling you guys, that just reaffirms once again that I was just meant to be in Virginia. Oh my gosh. God knew what he was doing when he put me here. He knew what he was doing when he planted me here. He said, that child will not survive up there. Put her here. So I am so thankful that even though Virginia was not the place of my birth, it is now my hometown, my home state rather. And I'm just really happy to call Virginia my home because I truly love this state. and it loves me back, because all the other places outside of the state don't love me back, and it caused me to feel some types of way that's not good. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic day. This has been yet another Awkkie Talkkie with Dinnie and Virginie. So once again, I hope you guys had a beautiful day here in VA. So until next time, this has been Awkkie Talkkie with Dinnie and Virginie. Dinnie out.